What is good and real, everybody? Welcome to the Low IQ Happy Hour. We got one hell. I'm surprised. I would, the thing about this show is that Tony's here also as well. I found his hat. It's a miracle somewhere. It's here. I'll show you. In a minute. This show it comes together with so little effort, and then I enjoy doing it more and more and more every time that Chelsea Whitaker's here. I like this side of the tracks. You know what I'm saying? Meg P, I thought you had an appetizers, us right like a squirrel fart. And I saw her over at Outcast chat, and I was like, Meg P has deserted me. But here you come in for springing. Damn it, you got me again, Chelsea. You own me on this side because, honestly, bro, you're cheating, Chelsea. You may be someone righteous on the side of good, a paralegal-ish girl who drives a Prius. I'm noticing more and more that Priuses are used in a lot of crimes. I don't know why. Maybe it's the digital footprint. I've got cookies. Okay, these are chip ahoy. I have some great food news today. It's all over the. I feel guilty. I don't know that I necessarily have any squirrel news or rodent news or anything along those lines. Vegan news. Well, I did stay at a Holiday Express and I ran over a rat too. I told you. Sorry, man. Meg, it was a good thing you weren't here last night. We had something that's not your cup of tea, so to speak. So, anyway, I appreciate you joining me. It's not, like I say, I'm the Johnny Carson of YouTube, of this, chips, of this case. They start here. Even JJ now more subscribers than I. And he rubbed it in my nose the other day. I was like, really, bro? Really? Very happy for him. I was trying to tune in to the mob thing for the whole night, but the world, it's got to keep spinning, baby. Just kidding. What? Clearwater's best band, America's best band, Weak Sauce. My boy Justin.
So you're a goner. We'll roll you up and smoke you like we're smoking marijuana. I like the way you work it. Well, let me see you feel me. I like the way you work it. Tell me, can you feel me? Yeah. Well, let me see you raise fists and bounce your head like this and rock your face like what? And melt your face like what? weak sauce will make it scarier for you. Transmitting through your TV like poker guys too. Yo, Karen Land on your home. Leave a message. Please don't even try. We supernatural. We sense your presence. Well, what you wanna do?
Bitch, we wanna party.
Well, you can't party 'cause you rollin' with Velati. And he don't party. He screams naughty naughty. Drinks a whole keg and he starts acting naughty. And Eric Alford, he's digging the south. His dick is too big. It will fit in the house. And with Paul on the drums and me on the mic, you know the fucking party's gonna last all night. How do you do the things you do so well? Can you tell me? Can you help me? I need to let loose this refuse, this weight upon my shoulders. Stress is gonna kill me, not now, but when I'm older. I like the way you work it. Let me see you feel me. I like the way you work it. Tell me, can you feel me? Yeah. Well, let me see you raise fist and bounce your head like this and rock your face like what? And melt your face like what? Well, let me see you raise fist and bounce your head like this and rock your face like what? And melt your face like what?
Yeah, America's hottest band from Clearwater, Florida. Weak sauce in your ear hole. So welcome to the Not Purge Cane. You can see that I put the
quickest way to clear out stuck poop can't go. Do
That happened.
this to clear
Where's
out
that coming
stuck
from?
poop fast. On June 17th in 2019, my
commercial.
mom was rushed
I
to the
got the
hospital.
poop commercial. What was this? Oh. Tell me like the way you work it.
First place.
Tell me,
I'm
can
in
you feel
second place,
me?
you passed.
Yeah, I like
How
the
would
way
you be
you
in first
work
place?
Because I
it.
passed you. I
Tell me,
passed you,
can
so
you
I'm in
feel
first.
me?
I'm in
Yeah.
Congratulations. Now I'm in first because I passed you. I passed you. Are we running? Are we driving? It doesn't matter. I passed you. I'm in first.
No.
Just don't get upset that you're not good at running or driving or whatever, and I passed you.
Okay, but I'm in second place.
Yes,
and then
I
you
understand.
passed me.
Right.
Okay. So what place would you be in?
First.
The answer's wrong.
How?
How?
Yeah.
I'm in second place. You passed me. There's somebody in first place. I'm in second. You passed me.
That was in memory of Charlie Kirk, everybody. Rest in peace, baby. I like the way you work it.
Hey! I'm not interested!
I don't want you.
I'm not interested! I don't have any money! I'm not interested! I have a girlfriend!
Okay.
I'm not interested! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh, got it. Gotcha.
This is not.
This is not a test. Not testy, 1, 2, 3. One thing I want to do tonight, while I keep you guys awake. Oh, by the way, I have a confession to make. Damn it, my car overheated again. Now, I was able to make it home. Of course, I was on Clearwater Beach. And it's not because of all the hot chicks on Clearwater Beach. I know what you're thinking. But, yeah, no, it started acting up. And so you have water pump, cooling fan, and thermostat, right? Or I used my brain bone a little bit today, and I said, oh, when Rockford's son Jimmy changed the radiator fluid, we went a nice 2 solid weeks with no overheat. Driving all day, driving all night, going eastbound and down, and all that. However, the last couple days, it's been acting up, like I told you the other day. So I think that I'm done. I think that it's a leak. So it's probably a slow leak. So probably no hopefully major, unless like the water pump is leaking or something like that, work. So we're gonna take a gander at it tomorrow over at Rockford's and see. So wish me luck with that. Not having the car is, as you know, not an option in Florida. You can't. Let me see you waste this and bounce your head like this. All right, the story, unfortunately, on this picture is not as exciting as the picture itself. It's a pretty good picture.
Instant classic and now iconic photo. Now watch the near perfect ride at one of my favorite places in the world, French Polynesia, Tahiti's Chopu. Whatever country you're from, you just gotta root for Brazil's Gabriel Medina and his dominance of this iconic break. He shows why he's a 3-time world champion. Talk about an athlete in perfect control of his body and prophet of the ocean.
That is
he scored a
steep
9.9
drop.
on this wave in round 3 of the Olympics to defeat Japan's Kanoa Igarashi.
Team Brazil and kickoff.
I think we know the number that Gabriel Medina would have given himself if he was a judge, and he knows what excellence is.
I love that picture. Man. Back in the day, you know, I subscribed to Surfer Magazine, and, you know, that was a good 30, 60 minutes of entertainment. You know, we saw pictures of Uluwatu and, you know, French Polynesia and Cloud Break, and we never had a video like this to look at. You know what, they did, but nobody had $60 to buy a VHS tape. So that was our entertainment. Now it's right here at the click of a mouse, which, by the way, my mouse, I'm telling you, this couch, I'm ashamed to show you the tear I put into this couch by using my mouse here. The same mouse, same couch, same show, different channel. Don't tell YouTube. I got a funny story. Let's start over here on my email. Let me hide it real quick so Trish doesn't have all of it. Which one is it? Here we go. I pulled a JJ, to be honest with you. You know, and I got to break free someday because his influences is probably going maybe just a step too far. You know, you'll see in a second. I've been in contact with, as I've mentioned previously, with YouTube support over the issue of the video processes for 24 hours and the chat's not available in that time. Of course, with this show, there are so many copyright issues that you're never going to see a chat replay unless I do like a lot of guys are doing now and just putting the chat in the show as part of like a opaque overlay, translucent, if you will. And so anyway, let me give you the discourse of the phone call here real quick, and we'll get started on that. So here's the thing and all the things. I authorize this. I must act accordingly. I don't know. Did the show drop up? It's saying reconnection. Anyway, I love being a member over there. I have all the access to the emoticons and all the fun stuff. Oh, I got a new message from them. Let's definitely check that out here in a second. Let's show that one. Interesting. There it is. Okay, we'll start at the top. And so I was like, no, you can't just auto charge me, because I just had to pay $500 for my lien. I had to pay all this stuff, and then that came out 99 cents. And it's like, how dare you, sir? And I'm happy to buy memberships and buy a membership when I have the urge to. I don't want to be charged. I didn't realize that YouTube had attached itself to my account. Anyway, so they didn't have a problem with that. And then they asked me, is there anything else we can help you with? Well, yeah. Can you stop not doing a what did I miss there? Anyway, so this is, I should just stop. That's it. Thanks, folks, Appreciate me here. So yeah, they asked me what else, and I'm like, I asked the question very simply in the beginning, and I sent 2 emails. One of them apparently never made it to them. I don't know how. And then I asked it, and then apparently they just didn't understand. I'm sorry, but I haven't received any specific details. The problem was, why isn't the chat replay going? Why is it processing for 24 hours? And of course, if they can't just click a link and copy and paste that link and send it to you, or quote more like, I don't know, Karl Marx and put it in there for you. They don't they can't reply. So I dumbed it down to the level of a 5-year-old, and I said, well, hello, let's see there. How dumb can we be? Because finally they got the message, and here, of course, now they had to copy and paste some stupid link for me, which absolutely was completely irrelevant, because they asked me, I told you this yesterday, I think, is oh, maybe it's your browser. Try using Chrome. So not only are they copying and pasting link, they're also selling one of their products that I actually refuse to use anyway. So I'm like, what does this have to do with my browser? I'm using a third-party software, OBS. So her reply was, oh, well, you're using OBS. We don't support third-party softwares. The problem is they're processing it, not OBS. Here. Hello there. Unfortunately, if you are using an OBS, the fuck is an OBS? That means that you are using a third-party platform. Well, you're a genius. That is not under Google. We don't provide assistance for this kind of issue. You may use a different encoder to do your live streaming. Does everybody try to tell me use StreamYard? Anybody not want to tell me? So I'm like, okay. I appreciate... Well, let me go on. You may use a different encoder to do your live streaming, or ask third-party application for assistance. As I have checked your channel and your settings, there's nothing wrong about it. There's no restriction or violation that should prevent you from live streaming, which is not the problem. I'm not having a problem live streaming on YouTube. I'm having a problem with the processing afterwards. Please do understand our limitations. Now, here's where the JJ part comes in. I appreciate your reply. That channel, dude. However, I question your abilities and efforts, considering this message from YouTube, which I'll show you in a second, that is currently displayed on all creators' dashboards. Perhaps you can refer me to someone more knowledgeable in these matters. See pic. And here, let me see if it'll open. So literally on the creator page, and I noticed it last night after the show, they literally are displaying that we have a known issue. Live streams are stuck on processing. So not only could this person that was my YouTube manager not understand that it was their problem, had no idea what broadcasting software was, but claimed to have done all this work, and when this message is right out there for everyone to see. So just to be a smartass, I wrote that back to them. Let's see what the reply was, shall we? Shan't we? Shall we now? Okay. Hello there. Thanks for your reply. I'm sorry if you feel that way. Oh, they're butthurt. However, please be reminded that the answers, obviously they didn't look at the picture, I provided are all based on the information you provided. Thus, you mentioned that you're using OBS, which is a third-party application. Regarding the screenshot you shared just now, thanks for flagging this. I appreciate it. We received a significant number of reports about live streams getting stuck in the processing will begin shortly. Message. Our engineering team is fully aware of this critical issue and is diligently working to resolve it. In the meantime, viewers can still watch live streams through the watch page. We deeply appreciate your patience. Oh my God. This is why I'm telling you, bro, any kind of reliance on, I mean, computers is that's long over. I don't mind being a slave to computers. I'll be a slave to computers all day. You're gonna up the level and put AI in front and then have idiots like this that can't even understand a simple question when even there's a photo to demonstrate. Did I make myself perfectly clear? Perfectly clear 3 times? And an email that somehow disappeared? And she still can't understand the problem. And she's trying to act like she's done all this work for me. Do you see? When these corporations, these tech companies are idiots, dude. Uber the same way. I refused 3 offers in a row, so they sent me an offer that was for $2 for 45 minutes of driving and 2 deliveries. So I had to go to 2 restaurants, 2 homes for $2. I didn't accept it. But that it's like their little AI is developing its own little punishment system when you don't accept their rules. Just saying, bro. Hope we found them. Idiots. Well, that's what we're left with. People who can't argue and win a valid argument without fallacies or losing their temper are what are directing our direction. They're guiding our decision. Now we have to make a decision based on some idiot in Utah thought was the right thing to do. He's got a regular LDS upgrade, Bringy. Are you seeing a pattern? LDS is in the news more than the news itself. Key takeaways. All right, guys. Free hamburger at Wendy's this month, and it's celebrating football season. They had it going on earlier for football. You get a free junior Biggie cheeseburger through September when you buy one for football season. It doesn't have to be on any certain day. So you can, if you got a snack attack and you got to go over there to the Wendy's shack, you get a free one. Let's get to this in a minute. I don't want to chase Meg P away.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers.
It's been way too long. Let's just check out this real quick. Couple quick wipeouts. And, you know, it's just such a good tune. Play it one more time. Play it for me one more time. Mm-hmm. Oh, my like you. Now where'd it go?
put it down on the ground 6 feet under. Reanimated later, making a zombie let it plunder. Yo, village, it is a privilege, not a disgrace. We rock so hard it makes your heart beat twice the pace. Cause the flows that we bring when we play and when we sing, it's such an awesome force, it can topple any king. Or deity, or fuck it, Olympic god. We put the boosts and sixes, caboose, exposed for a fraud. To me, it is an anomaly how you think your flows can follow me. I flow at such a sonic speed, the flash can barely follow me. You thought I was a hollow me, now you know I'm solid G. If my flows were a dick, your girl would want to swallow me.
Weak sauce will put it on you with jam so hot, sweat dripping from your face like you're sitting in a sauna. Don't fuck with us or you're a goner. We'll roll you up and smoke it like we're smoking marijuana. I like the way you work it. Well, let me see you feel me. I like the way you work it. Tell me, can you feel me?
Do you actually work for ICE?
No, not at all.
Well, let me see you raise fists and bounce your head like this.
Hey everyone, it's Lucky with Unfiltered Lucky. Today I want to talk about the Idaho tort.
Well, let me see you raise fists and bounce your head like this. And rock your face like what? And melt your face like what?
Break down walls and barriers, weak sauce will make it scarier for you. Transmitting through your TV like poltergeist 2. Yo, camera land on your home. Leave a message. Bitch, don't even try, we supernatural, we sense your presence. Well, what you wanna do? What you wanna party? Well, you can't party cause he rolling with Velati. And he don't party, he screams daddy-daddy. Drinks a whole keg and he starts acting naughty. And Eric Belford, he's thinking himself. His dick is too big, it will fit in the house. And with Paul on the drums and me on the mic, you know the fucking party's gonna last all night.
How do you do the things you do so well? Can you tell me? Can you help me? I need to let loose this refuse, this weight upon my shoulders. Stress is gonna kill me, not now, but when I'm older. I like the way you work it. Let me see you feel me. I like the way you work it. Tell me, can you feel me? Yeah. Well, let me see you raise fists and bounce your head like this. And rock your face like what? And melt your face like what? Well, let me see you raise fists and bounce your head like this. And rock your face like what? And melt your face like what?
Yeah, one more time when that one is just so hot. A track right here out of Clearwater, Florida. Bradley and Justin. All right, let's get to the next one. That's my radio DJ voice right there. This is good.
Finish this project. Simam Sarat wa Khawaja. Alhamdulillah, I'm here at Masjid Isa ibn Maryam.
I told you, this one was coming with it.
Just one brief second can change everything. When danger strikes without warning, this is where you witness the breathless moments where raw, ruthless reality leaves no room for mistakes.
This lady.
On October 16th, 2022, police received a report of a disturbance at 1316 Southwest 25th Street. Upon arrival, they immediately faced suspect Sergio Groover, aggressively wielding a knife and ready to attack. All commands seemed ineffective, leaving a dangerous situation on the verge of erupting.
Hey, buddy. Drop the knife.
Looks like a nice neighborhood. I don't
No, drop the knife. Hey, Sergio, no queremos
Nice
lastimarte.
guy.
Sergio, no te queremos lastimar. Get in your car. Get in your
I have lost it. I am MK Ultra now. I am MK Ultra. Meow. Oh, good night, nurse. That's the thing about these videos, you don't realize they tap at them from multiple angles, man.
Opened fire as Groover lunged at them with a knife. Groover fell and
I
died.
didn't mean to play that. I had something before. This
This is what they're there for, right? You want to see who is at your front door. And I have represented many of folks who have done bad things, you know, robbed some homes, etc. And what do? They will cover up the security cameras, right? What is disturbing to me is that I am seeing cops, and I've been defending cases for 32 years now. I am seeing cops when they execute a search warrant or they do a knock and talk, or they have an arrest warrant, they're covering up the cameras. They're actually behaving just like my clients. So if you're watching from the inside, cops are covering up the cameras. I mean, they are looking just like bad people. I know that cops are gonna claim, well, we're doing this for safety. Do you realize that is not a very safe thing? It's not a safe look to look like my robber clients, is it? Like somebody's gonna look at their camera and not know who the hell's out there that they're covering up. You are behaving like some of my burglars by covering up security cameras, and then you're wondering why you're going into a house where somebody is armed up. This is not a good safety look for law enforcement to be covering up security cameras. I see no reason for this. And I understand that whenever somebody cries safety issues, they get to do whatever the hell they want. They get to trample on rights in the name of officer safety. But that should not be legal. It is legal. Well, I will say it is a gray area in the state of Florida right now. We don't have any case law yet that is punishing officers for covering up the security cams. And we don't have any lawsuits yet from homeowners who are complaining that their devices were temporarily tampered with from law enforcement. So I'll keep you abreast of if there are some lawsuits and some case law that are addressing this. For the time being, it seems like the cops are getting away with this. But as a homeowner, as a person that owns security cameras, you would think that you would want to show the homeowner that you are legit, that you have a legit purpose for being there, and not be Today, we are going to talk about how far can the government go digging into your whereabouts using technology and not getting a warrant, right? Because usually when they start snooping around, especially when it comes to technology, the government's got to go get a warrant. So we have this sordid tale of a case today in the United States versus Mapson. In Mapson, there's 3 sisters charged, right? And Teresa, Sharice, and Elisa are charged with trying to murder this guy. Now, the reason they're trying to kill this guy, apparently, is these 3 sisters, the Mapson sisters, live in, say, Arizona. And Teresa has a child with a guy here in Winter Park, about 2 miles from my office, right? And this guy got 6 weeks of unsupervised visitation with his child. The couple decides to meet in the middle in a small town in Alabama where there are no stoplights and there's just a diner and a gas station. And they agree to meet there, and they're texting each other along the way. And the woman charged is like, oh, I have my child and she's car sick. It's going to be a couple hours and this and that. It's been a couple hours late. He's sitting in his car, waiting. Gunshots go off. Bam, bam, bam. His car gets hit. He actually gets hit in the arm. Now, he doesn't tell Teresa Mapson, the defendant here, that he got shot. He texts her, can you just meet me at the hospital? I've had a minor incident. Just meet me at the hospital. Eventually, she responds, oh, I just went all the way to Florida, etc., etc. Now, the cops start investigating this shooting, and they question her, and she's like, I was in Florida the whole time with my sisters. Well, okay, there's a problem with that. Number 1, her cell phone actually went towards the diner with the cell maps. But number 2, the big problem was the ALPR data. Now, ALPRs come up in criminal defense every now and then, but for the rest of you, you probably don't know these things. They are automatic license plate readers. So this woman claims that she never went to this small town in Alabama, except for the fact that the ALPR data has pictures of her license plate on I-75, then on I-20 in Georgia, then on I-20 in Alabama. I mean, her plate is red all the way to this small town where the shooting was, where she claimed she never was. Now, when she got convicted and sent to prison, she filed this appeal and said, guess what? I mean, she's right. They did not get
You not? Is the audio bad? Can't hear it. You're probably talking about something else.
A warrant to get the ALPR data. There was no warrant. Look, this data, by the way, is run by a couple private companies. So everywhere in the United States, cops are taking pictures, and there's stationary units that are also just taking pictures of license plates and sending the data to two companies. One's called Villagen, I think. Other one's called LSAG. And these two private companies keep track of this data. So a cop can reach out in an investigation and say, do you have any data on this particular tag? They did it of Teresa Mapson's tag. And of course, they found her where she said she wasn't. They found her car traveling towards the shooting site. And she objected to the admission of that data because they never got a warrant for that data. Now, I'm not going to give you an answer to this question. Is this a violation of Miss Mapson's Fourth Amendment rights to be free of unreasonable searches and seizures because the government never got a warrant for this data? Well, I want you to think about what this data is, folks. It is your car is on a public highway and it's just getting pictures are just taken of your car, of your license plate while you're on a public highway, and that those pictures are kept and data's run your car that's on a public street. They're not keeping track of your car in a garage. They're not keeping track of your car on your 100 acres of property where you're doing whatever you do on private property. These are public streets. Does this data, is it so private that it requires a warrant? And the court dodged the question. The court alluded to the fact that right around the time of this shooting, the Carpenter case was decided by our Supreme Court. This is a pretty big deal because in Carpenter, the government decided to convict somebody based on their whereabouts, and they got their whereabouts from cell phone site data, right? Historical cell phone site data. They could figure out where a defendant...
Well, I don't know. The only argument I can put up against you, Chelsea, is to say that it's a private company that is storing the data. Even though you are in a public place without getting a warrant, it would be different if the cameras and the data were all managed and controlled and owned by the government, which I thought they were. So I don't know. That's just an interesting take, but yeah,
Carpenter was going, and they didn't get a warrant for that evidence. And the Supreme Court said, no, your cell phone history is so private, even the data that goes to the towers, that's so private that we want the government to ask for a warrant and have a good reason to get that warrant, okay? And in this case, they dodged the question and said it was okay. They actually indicated, it's kind of interesting, there isn't any case law on these ALPR databanks. There just isn't. And they acknowledge that. They say on like page 18 of the opinion, there is very little in the case law and academic literature about whether the acquisition of ALPR data constitutes a Fourth Amendment search that requires a warrant. There's nothing out there. And guess what? They didn't make a decision either. They said it was okay in this case. The conviction for all these sisters for trying to kill this guy, the conviction stands. We don't have an answer to this question. I suspect they don't need a warrant for this, but we're going to wait for another case to rule on.
I'm interested to play that on The Purge and see what other people have to say about it. Because, well, he brought up the point that your cell phone data is ultimately private. Obviously, in BK's case, they did obtain a warrant, allegedly, to get that data. This is a whole nother ball of muse. Let me put this at the beginning of the reel before the choo-choo train. We can talk about it. Not, I mean... 4 times a day. I don't recommend that. I just want to say, I just all right. This, man, it never. Here's another thing about YouTube. All right, while I was watching that, something obviously popped into my head, and it stayed there. It caught onto one of the floating brain cells that left in there. It's not clogged up with bong resin. Let me a lot of people will tell you that, oh, YouTube is greedy and tubes of you suck and they're bastards. And it's it's not worth the effort. Careful what you wish for, right? So here's something that, and I wanted to run this by Chelsea. I'm glad you're here. Here's a policy that they have. It's called a threshold. All right. So as an employer, which technically they're not an employer, you're a independent contractor. Now, however, by live streaming and uploading videos and stuff, you are being paid by YouTube, right? So they have something called a threshold, which is, I am sure, very frustrating to more than just me creators out there. If you don't break $100 for the month, they do not pay you. Now, if, say, you made $99 and you decide you're not going to do YouTube any longer, well, guess what? Guess who keeps the money? This corporation that has over $90 billion in cash, last report, on their facility has to trifle over $1 or $99 to get out of paying you for your work, for the little that they give you in residuals and all this. Just wanted to give you an example of what people are talking about now. Another thing that they keep doing now is they keep changing the creator's rules, saying things that can't be said, things that can't be shown, like blood, and you can't say see you next Tuesday. You can't say other words. If you do, your video is no longer eligible for monetization now. That's fine and good. They keep moving the goalposts on it, though. And what they do is they don't block it. They don't end the monetization. What they do, or they don't stop running commercials. What they do is they call it something called limited ad liability. It doesn't qualify for advertisers. Now, I showed you the commercials, and I'm sure you've seen some of the ones that play on my show. Whiskey. You have a Cialis commercial with the shadow of a woman sitting on a dildo. You're telling me because I said see you next Tuesday that my video now doesn't qualify for that advertiser? That advertiser is too good for my video? Now, if they decide that you have limited ad liability, they don't stop playing the ads. No. They play the ads, but they keep all the money. You see? There it is. So these are two things that are important. To know about the future of these corporations. And like I told you the other day, 70% of the workers in Silicon Valley are illegal immigrants. You know a little more about this company. And, Lucy obviously shared a clip last night, I think most of you saw, about some of the other practices at Google and how they've been selling our privacy, and they claim that the court just doesn't understand, and they're fined $450 million when they've made billions and billions and billions off of doing it. So it's like literally a slap in the hand like this. Ow, oh no, you just don't understand me. It's me, it's not you. Let me tell you about my wife. Anyway, another thing that bothers me is they have all this money. They don't reinvest all this money. And so you have problems like I left this bookmarked on a
Some of my kids
place.
are top of their class, and I
And
fully
now when I
attribute
come to go back to
IXL
the bookmark, I
helping
gotta
them
watch an ad
reach
again.
that
No
goal
problem.
because of all of the
But it lost the bookmark. Facebook is good. It will, at least Facebook can do it. I consider Facebook like one step above MySpace. And YouTube's here, the biggest platform in the universe. And they can't even figure out how to pause a video.
Where does the prosecution get the idea that everyone was asleep when Dylan Mortensen made it very clear that not everyone was asleep at all? Maybe Maddie, maybe Ethan. But the other 4, they were awake. Dylan made it very clear in her statement that it was Kaylee and Murphy on the second level in the living area, right outside of her bedroom door. She never mentions that maybe it was Xana. She's very confident when she's saying that it was Kaylee with Murphy. And in my opinion, I feel as though Dylan would be able to distinguish Kaylee's voice from Xana's voice. I mean, they were roommates. Dylan's probably heard both of their voices many, many times. And she was very adamant that it was Kaylee. She said it a number of times. So what I don't understand is, why does the prosecution and law enforcement continue to push the idea that a perpetrator broke into this house and attacked these victims while everyone was asleep? Because we know that that's not true. Now, something else is that now, if you read the documents, investigators are saying that it was Xana who was in the kitchen preparing her food, and that she heard something, and that she started to go upstairs to see what it was, and that she was the one that came running down the stairs. But that's not what Dylan said. You know, when did the whole thing change? When did it change from Dylan's statement that we saw on the body cam footage that it was Kaylee that ran upstairs and then ran back downstairs, and now it's Xana? So that just doesn't make any sense. And why would law enforcement tell us that when Dylan clearly stated that it was Kaylee? In my opinion, it's because Dylan's statement does not fit into the narrative that the prosecution is trying to push. But Dylan is the only witness who was inside this house at the time of the crimes. Not only the only witness, she was right in the middle of everything. Her bedroom was right down the hall from where 2 of the victims' lives were brutally taken, and her bedroom was right underneath Maddie's bedroom, where 2 other victims' lives were brutally taken. Dylan was in the perfect position to hear everything. She opened her door. She was obviously seeing things. She saw the intruder. So it seems as though Dylan's statement is what investigators would go off.
Guys are making this hard to take seriously.
Now,
you know, speaking of advertisements, right here in Lucky's video in a second, he will start pitching some of Ashley's estrogen cream. Just a second.
Something else that I want to talk about, because we've obviously heard about this white Hyundai Elantra that has been driving all around this neighborhood, driving in front of every security camera in the area, and then ultimately going to the King Roadhouse in order to commit the crime. But we've never seen a license plate. We've never seen a photo of the driver. And we know that there were additional cameras in this area, because so far we've only seen camera footage from one or two cameras, from 1112 King Road and from the apartments that were down the way from the King Road house. So we know that there were other cameras in this neighborhood because law enforcement says in their reports that they looked at footage from numerous cameras. So we know that there was more than just the 1112 King Road camera. But yet we've still never seen a license plate. We've never seen a picture of the individual driving this car. Something else is that in these new documents, Moscow Police Department, who was at the band field in plain clothes, driving an unmarked car, a light-colored, compact four-door sedan, that they drove around this neighborhood over and over because they were looking for students who had alcohol. So this car, this unmarked car that Moscow Police Department was in, was driving around this neighborhood over and over. They even mentioned the King Road house in their report. So I've never really believed.
My husband left me soaking wet 3 times last night. He used the salt trick that went viral on TikTok, already passing 15 million views. It all started.
I mean, they got a chick literally
that
sucking a horse's cock. Like, what the fuck? It's not worthy for that advertising. You know, one thing Lucky's not mentioning is the fact that in that 1112 footage, they not only inserted the same vehicle that you can't see in several different timestamp loops, and like I said, it'd be fine if they put it in there and it was just a loop of the same car, but they tried to pull it off. It's different vehicles, I guess, was their thought. I don't know. How does the car do the exact same thing in different timestamps? Colonel Mustard, my butthole, you know, and not to mention the fact, speaking of that vehicle, they speeded up the footage. They altered at least twice. There, boom, busted. What the fuck is going on?
That the car on this footage was Brian Koberger's white Hyundai Elantra. In my opinion, there's no way to confirm that without any type of identification, any type of photo of the driver. Now, maybe the car that's speeding away at 420, maybe that is the suspect car. But there's a good chance that this car that was driving around the neighborhood over and over could have been law enforcement. So, you know, I thought that was interesting when I was reading the document that law enforcement said that they were driving around this area over and over looking for students with alcohol.
We've seen that one, so I'll shut that down. Great, well said by Lucky. Well put together. Very astute. Very astute. Let's pick up. Megs, don't be scared. Did Megs go back over to Outcast chat? Aw.
Died. The knife recovered. A moment of aggression, a split-second life-or-death decision, leaving behind a horrifying scene.
Back up!
There she is. Old knifey. Knifey McKnife.
On the morning of September 16th, FCPD officer Peter Liu arrived to conduct a mental health check at a house on Sunrise Valley Drive. When he knocked, 33-year-old Sydney Wilson cracked the door and slammed it shut. And in an instant, What should have been a routine check turned into a deadly confrontation.
Display of meds. Don't be scared.
How are you?
Back up, back up. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she backed up for a second, or he, or whatever that is.
Oh, yeah. Back up, back up, back up.
They keep swinging.
2 minutes later, the door burst open. Wilson charged out, swinging a knife that struck Officer Liu in the head.
How are you? People have gone maddening. No, I'm not talking about the video game twist. Twist is
As he
watching.
staggered back while drawing his gun. When the blade came down again, a burst of gunfire thundered, ending the attack right at the doorway. But for Liu, the life or death struggle had only just begun.
What is your location?
Oh shit, he's bleeding from the neck. That guy got him.
322, apartment 322.
Wow, Meg, it's okay, it's okay.
Sunrise Valley. Fuck. Man, you okay? 5 to the revolver. I need med kit, please.
Fair enough.
Oh, what? Hell of a handshake. Hey, how you doing, pal? Dude.
I already called. Just make sure they come up from the right elevator.
Damn. I mean, I'm pretty sure that suspect is taking the carpet temperature challenge. Oh, now the.
Just minutes later, fellow officers and medics rushed in, and Liu was taken straight to the hospital with severe
Where was he cut? In the
injuries, while
forehead?
Wilson lay motionless at the doorway. What
They don't
seemed like
even
a
look at
simple
the-
welfare check
the
ended in a
birth.
bloody tragedy.
Baltimore. Is he whispering? It's covering up the camera.
On September 3rd, 2018,
See, that to me, what the lawyer was talking about, this is just as big a crime when you're covering up the body cam that's supposed to be providing transparency in law enforcement. When you cover it up, it defeats the freaking purpose. Yeah, 2 center punches. What did somebody call it today? A wireless center punch. Or a wireless hole punch. A wireless hole puncher. Now, I was looking at today. We always talk about these bullets. And so I didn't realize, I guess, the way that a bullet fires. So you have this shell casing, which is like about that big, right? And then you have a piece of lead at the tip. Now, that whole shell casing doesn't fire. It doesn't go in the air. That is the catalyst for the little tiny piece of lead. So when you have a handgun, at least, I didn't realize that little bit of lead is what's going into somebody. Of course, it's burning hot, and it tears through your flesh, and maybe leaves an exit wound that is not going to be pleasant. But I've seen shell casings on the ground. Somehow I just didn't realize that the bullet was just a small little thing in the handguns anyway.
in a torrential downpour, a suspect's vehicle sped wildly with officers following every inch. Just when they thought they were about to gain control, the suspect suddenly turned into a
That's only in Louisiana they live.
dark alley, a moment when everything erupted.
Big bottle of... What happened? What's going on? No audio. Oh, 15-second. Covering with a fucking body cam. Don't move. This is a gun battle. I don't know why the audio is so low. If I turn it up.
He's down, let me. He's moving. Get cover. Get cover now. Phil, bro. I'm good.
The suspect jumped out and fled, but suddenly turned back, aiming a weapon at the officers. More than 10 shots rang out in seconds. He fell motionless, and one officer was hit, but protected by body armor. A chaotic and intense scene unfolded in the heart of the city. On August 25th in Arkansas, Officer Matthew Price spotted a suspect involved in a shooting on a motorcycle. When he activated lights and siren, the suspect sped off, kicking off a high-speed chase through crowded streets. Would the reckless rider escape the experienced officers?
Oh shit. I'm having flashbacks
The suspect sped through crowded streets at 95 miles per hour, weaving between vehicles and suddenly tossing a bag out the window. Every passing second was fraught with danger for him, other drivers, and the officers trying to stop the reckless flight before disaster struck.
Those guys. Whoa. Oh, he was ready to smash his ass right there, too.
Chase ended when the suspect collided with an SUV at a busy intersection. Officer Diego Araujo blocked him and immediately took him into custody. The bag the suspect had thrown out was recovered, and he admitted involvement in the shooting, now facing serious charges. And he admitted involvement in the shooting, now facing.
My name is Pedro. Oh, Pierre. He looks like Jacques Cousteau.
Serious charges. On August 5th, 2025 in Peoria, a public urination incident suddenly escalated into a dangerous situation. When approached, the man resisted and charged with a wooden stick. Would they manage to prevent disaster before things spiraled out of control?
I had to piss my pants out.
I understand
I've been
that.
walking all day.
You can't do that out in public, right on the public street. Huh? Go to a public bathroom. Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I need you to set that back down. I'm not going to take your picture, but I need you to set that back down. Huh? Because I'm going to detain you. I just told you.
What did I do?
I just told you. You were urinating out on Prospect. Someone saw that, and as soon as I pulled up here and literally saw you,
I've been walking all day. I'm
and I saw your penis out,
pissing my pants.
and you were pissing right here.
I'm pissing my pants though.
How would you piss your pants if your penis fell?
Because I had to take it out. I had to piss my pants all day.
I noticed something. You remember how I was saying that they rounded up, they passed some law in 64 to give those who ain't got a little more. They also passed a law here in Florida to make sleeping outdoors illegal. Clearly, DeSantis at the homeless, right? I mean, you can still go camping, but you can't camp and make it your home. And so, at that time, they rounded up, because we used to have quite a plethora of less fortunate people at the mall, Largo Mall, over there, all over Largo. And then all of a sudden, they were gone in October last year. Well, you know, they can only keep them in jail, I guess, so long for vagrancy. And so they started filtering back out. Now you see them regularly again, except it does seem less of them, much less. And so I've been saying they're disappearing. Well, I came across a video, and I think I marked it. I'm not 100%. That says the homeless are disappearing. And I wasn't the only one who noticed. I'll look for it in a second.
Do you actually work for ICE?
No, not at all. Nope.
Explain the outfit.
It's $29.99 on Amazon. I would recommend buying a small if you're my size. This one's a little too loose for my liking. But yeah, if you want some entertainment, wear this and go to a Home Depot in a sanctuary city like where I live right now, Washington, D.C., and you'll see all the illegals. Not all of them, but you can maybe see a lot of them start to run away, and you feel like a group fitness instructor. It's really good.
And you
fitness instructor. There's something wrong with me. Oh boy. Okay, so I left this is the Largo local news here, and you may or may not be interested in it all, but this is, I consider Tampa Bay a small town. A few million people living here. It's not even close. Oh, speaking of Jen, to cities like Miami and New York City and Los Angeles, it's a growing area. Where is my phone? I guess I can't work tomorrow. Shit. Somebody text Jen. Oh, there it is. Jen's coming on. She doesn't pay attention. Oh, lordy. What was I saying? Something words. But there has been a steady progression of criminal activity in the area. This guy still dead. We don't know why. We don't know how. It's not going to be reported a homicide, I'll tell you that. He just died. He died. And then I also pulled the Moscow department activity log for the whatever day it was, September. We'll watch that. Let's see what else we got here.
Put it down! You're going to go!
Damn, that guy kept coming. He's doing that. What the fuck is up with that Damn.
Put it down! You're going to go!
Around 9 p.m. in Camden, Florida, Jason Douglas Paul called 911, claiming he'd been assaulted by a neighbor.
I don't got it.
But when officers arrived, they discovered Paul was actually the aggressor, yelling threats to kill and acting increasingly unstable. As police attempted to arrest him, he ran inside his house and locked the door, triggering a tense standoff. Through a window, officers saw Paul holding a knife and threatening a terrified woman. They broke in after hearing screams, racing to the bedroom where he ignored repeated commands to drop the weapon.
Put it down! You're going to go!
To protect the woman, an officer fired a single, decisive shot. She escaped physically unharmed, while Paul was taken to the hospital and later died.
Deep in the heart of Texas. Bro. Asphalt temperature zone.
On June 12, 2022, a routine call about a disabled vehicle on East Koenig Lane spiraled into a deadly encounter. When officers arrived, 42-year-old Carlos Chacon Castillo suddenly charged at them with a knife, prompting police to open fire and fatally shoot him.
Stay down! Stay down!
Okay, really? Was it shooting a Santa?
To arrest him, he ran inside his house and locked the door, triggering a tense standoff.
Yeah. In the spirit of Christmas.
Through a window, officers saw Paul holding a knife and threatening a terrified woman. They broke in after hearing screams, racing to the bedroom where he ignored repeated commands to drop the weapon.
Put it down! You're going to go!
To protect the woman, an officer fired a single, decisive shot. She escaped physically unharmed, while Paul
hit
was
Santa.
taken to the
You hit
hospital
Santa.
and later died.
Santa down and later died. Keeping hard Texas. I'll give you something to think about next December 25th. It'd be nice if they decorated all body cams with garland and stuff like that. You could have a glitter live every day of the year. Maybe they shoot confetti out when they unalive a perpetrator. I got one. Little nipple clamps.
On June 12, 2022, a routine call about a disabled vehicle on East Koenig Lane spiraled into a deadly encounter. When officers arrived, 42-year-old Carlos Chacon Castillo suddenly charged at them with a knife, prompting police to open fire and fatally shoot him.
You think? They didn't stop shooting. He's doing the alligator roll, coming back for more.
Stay down! Stay down! Stay down!
Holy shit, Brooke.
Okay, come on this side so we're not crossfire.
This side.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
I'm sure if they'd had that one guy, the pineapple guy, was supposed to say for taking a cookie.
Stay down! Stay down!
Jiminy, golly gosh. This is like target practice at this point.
Get it out there! I'm gonna have to shoot him! Do it now! Al piso ahora!
Viva Fidel! Viva Fidel!
Ponlo en el piso ahora!
No gorillas in the swimming pools!
Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Ponle el cuchillo en el piso!
Jumping Jehoshaphat.
Turn around, ¡Tírate en el piso! Stay down! Stay down! Reloading! Stay down!
That's where you clear on that traffic.
I love the clenched fist in the air, though. It's just so revolutionary. Oh, I needed a breather from that, man. Damn, Josies. I love how Suzanne makes the top cam entrance tonight. Very nice, very well done. It's like a little wee. Let's see some funny. They keep making me remove these, but if you're watching the chat replay I played, or not the chat replay, not the King, not the Purge, not the Operation GCD. Is JJ still in the chat? Yeah. Tater Cater.
To you?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'll bring a salad when your guest comes back.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, great. Oh, here, let me get you some croutons for your salad. Right. Buddy? Yeah, we make them fresh. We want you to be jolly at the Jolly Pumpkin, so.
Of course.
There you go. Yeah, we've been making them fresh here because when you buy the box ones. There you are. Do you mind?
Oh, yeah, no, that's great.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, fresh made croutons for you.
How many health codes does that violate?
You ever have them fresh made before?
No,
It's great. They come out really toasty. It's like, like fresh toast versus having toast sitting out at a diner or something for a really long time. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so so a little olive oil and vinegar for your bread?
Yeah, that'd be great.
You got it. Okay. We do that handmade here. And at this side of the olive basin there. There we go. Okay. Got a little squeeze. Right, though. Here, slide that little. Great. That's going to be the tastiest olive oil you ever had.
I wish you could do that.
That's a lot.
Well, you have to do the olives first in oil, and then after they absorb it, then we put them in water, and that distills the brine inside the olive. So then it makes it perfect. And you can even smell.
It distills
that?
the brine.
Oh, wow.
The Those are really delicious.
Right on the skin.
All right, got a little oily, but that's just the one little thing you want to keep it as the pit. From the olive oil. There you go. You can taste that if you like. It's great.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Usually break bread and kind of smear it inside.
Yeah, of course.
And enjoy that. I'll be back. You guys doing all right?
He's such a troll. Carbonaro is literally the ultimate troll magician that there is. Oh, the brine of the olive, yes. Oh, did he get him a second? The battery's running low, I'm telling you, my mouth's again. This damn cabbage. It's dumb. It'd be great if he took a tomato and squeezed it, made the ketchup. He'd make that fresh.
What happened?
Guy came up and gave me a salad and made croutons.
And what?
In my hand? Not in one of his, he had a napkin and like put a breadstick in and then lit it on fire and then I had croutons.
Oh.
I don't think that's I'm very confused in this moment.
He didn't wait for his date to start eating? What's the point of going out to dinner? Anyway, I guess there's much worse offenses. And she's not bothered by it at all. Like, started eating without me? Like, what the fuck? You didn't even get me a salad? Did you order me a drink? Can I have a Coke?
Then
Smile, motherfucker? What the fuck?
He like took an olive. I'm not sure how that worked.
And she's like, and you believe
it's like delicious. I don't understand what's happening. He said it was artisan
It looks
and
like
handcrafted.
a cartoon character like Shaggy, but I can't put my finger on it.
Sorry, I'm
handcrafted.
I'm sorry. I'll give disappearing.
Are you fine?
There, though.
You're fine.
I can maybe see why he wasn't waiting for
You doing all right over here?
Yeah. Can I get a fork?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Of course you're going to need a fork.
You're all right.
Here I am making handmade olive oil. And I need to bring you a fork.
It's all good.
Okay, great. Yeah.
It's all good.
That's, you get forgetful like that. They call that the carbonaro effect.
The carbonaro effect?
Yeah. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't. What
You
is that?
haven't?
No.
Oh, the carbonaro effect. It's the name of the hidden camera magic TV show.
Still, it's just there. He gets it. Welcome to Not Cane Beats the Purge. I don't own this purge. It is the effective trademark of YouTube systems in Silicon Valley. If you prefer to have your data stay private, please hit that subscribe and like button before they're all gone. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh man, these just added up so quickly. Let's watch some Grud.
So what's this? The guy in the back is fighting for his life. What the is this?
Jason Bathis from 43 from Davenport. This is our human trafficking and prostitution folks. When he walks in, you think, well, I have set up a deal with an ugly woman. And I think you would all agree that this guy's an ugly woman, right? This is what you really get when the makeup comes off. You decide that you're going to hook up with a woman. She comes in, and she's already uglier than a mud fence.
Looks like she's in
and
traction.
then, as you start to engage, you find out, hey, this dudette is a dude, and look what he really looks like. He looks like he should have been in a Scarface movie someplace. I don't. This is what's happening. People think they're getting this, and many times they're getting a really bad guy. When you
Is either one. People are like paying good money thinking they're getting this. Like, which option is good? Neither one.
find them in the bar at night, you try to drink them pretty, and you wake up the next morning.
Drink 'em pretty. Thank you, Grady Judd, for the quote. I got it. Okay, that one goes into the book officially. Drink 'em pretty. What I like about Sheriff Grady Judd is that he's concerned that his citizens are getting their money's worth. Drink 'em pretty. Huh. Make 'em basement worthy. That's really his goal as sheriff.
And you see this? Yeah, that's what we call Rolex ugly.
Bro, this is the sheriff?
Rolex ugly is you wake up the next morning and they're laying on your arm and your Rolex is there and you just chew your arm off and leave the Rolex. You just got to get out of there. You don't care about the Rolex.
This is the and so now, and you can see, obviously, things didn't go very well for this person. Look at what color shirt they're wearing. That doesn't look like the black leotard that they had on the night before. That's an orange jumpsuit. He's the Joker? Well, he's not laughing anymore, is he?
And I think you would all agree that this guy's an ugly woman.
Build a website you love with Wix.
I did not,
For your words,
I'm not worthy.
Create your brand, your opportunity, your breakthrough.
Let's see where else.
Feeling a vibe? Run with it.
Let's take a walk. But you know what? Let's do some tunage. I have another tune for you dudes and dudettes out there. Nice mellow one. Hopefully it won't put anybody's, just to kind of cleanse the palate between French fries. This one. It's one of JJ's favorites from Donnie Darko. And I kind of give it a minute. Trust me.
Familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, and their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Have my head, I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, 'cause I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Made to feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, 'cause I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
You guys remember when I had the hooker on?
Mad World. Mad
$2.99 hooker. He's so pretty. He's much prettier than Too Fast for Fleas, you gotta admit. Mad World.
Ow!
She should be a talented one. Will you play this one right here? This from McPeed, or where are we at? It's maybe it's. Yeah, Key West. There you go. Guy can't pee in public without getting shot. This is going on. Rich people can do whatever the fuck they want.
I want to know, have you made this mistake with your holster? And by mistake, I mean, did you get a holster that's uncomfortable so you don't carry all the time?
We offer world-class facilities, unparalleled expertise, and 70-plus years of innovation. We develop clean, sustainable solutions to global energy problems. We discover technologies and advancements to enable net zero carbon emissions. Constant innovation brought us here, and now
I am not getting paid for this ad, by the way.
we're trailblazing a new era. A carbon-free energy future starts here, now. We're the nation's nuclear energy lab, sustaining the safe and efficient operation of existing reactors, powering science in space, and breaking ground on the future fleet of advanced nuclear reactors. Making nuclear energy more affordable, versatile, and sustainable. We're charging into a carbon-free future, developing advanced battery technologies, demonstrating hydrogen production, and improving recycling. Bringing more renewable and sustainable solutions into today's industrial landscape. From protecting power grids and pipelines against cyber and physical threats to securing the nuclear fuel cycle, our work keeps the nation's infrastructure resilient and reliable. Safeguarding our country's most valuable assets. We are Idaho National Laboratory, and we're leading the world to a brighter energy future.
I know. Brought to you by the University of Idaho. Thank you, Lucy Morningstar, for that lead. What time?
Rolex is there, and you just chew your arm off and leave the Rolex. You just.
Okay. You guys have convinced me. That's going into the reel right next to the spot. Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm going to burn it off. Really am. What is wrong with me? Let's keep going. What else we got, baby? I'll get back to that one in a minute.
That frequented there, that lived there. I'm under the impression maybe there's a couple younger children. He may have a couple younger brothers that live there, that his parents were active in the LDS community. I am very much in shock.
Let me put the closed captions on. This is the transgender Luigi Mangione case here, brought to you by the LDS Church.
Very quiet family. I know there was several cars that frequented there, that lived there. I'm under the impression maybe there's a couple younger children. He may have a couple younger brothers that live there, that his parents were active in the LDS community. I am very much in shock that this was so close to home. I would think that his family would be very hurt. I have a lot of sympathy for his family right now, his parents and his loved ones, that they have to really be hurting.
I'm glad they got a suspect. Of course, he's innocent until proven guilty. My understanding is the family member gave the big lead that turned him in, so thank you to that family member. It took a lot of courage to do that. In this country, we should.
apparently the father recognized this kid and turned him in. They don't, is it a hoax? I don't know. It's Mad World.
Ever find yourself working on a school paper, struggling to rephrase a complex sentence without losing its meaning?
What is the most Hollywood moment in your life?
I'll try and condense this story as much as possible. I had an agent, Michael Black, who was at CAA, and he was, or ICM. He was also Rob Lowe's agent. We were together at the time. So Rob had done The Outsiders with Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze was doing a show at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, a dance show. And Rob couldn't go because he was shooting St. Elmo's Fire. And so Michael and I went to the show and saw Patrick Swayze. And then after, we went to Spago, where we were met by Rob and Andrew McCarthy. So we were sitting at a table.
Was it really 33 hours? Probably nothing. Another JJ-ism. Thank you.
Michael, me, Rob, and Andrew McCarthy.
Several murders there. No big deal.
And then the door, there was like a commotion at the door, and Liza Minnelli came in and beelined and sat down at our table and was hiding alcoholic beverages because she wasn't supposed to be drinking by putting them in front of me. So at one point I had 4 wines and three screwdrivers in front of me. And then her sister came in, and Liza was like drinking under the table, and Lorna Luft was there. Then there was another commotion at the door, and Michael Jackson came in, and he came and sat at our table. And in the meantime, I keep looking at Rob going, what's going on? Please, I have to go. I want to go home. I'm scared of all of this. And he goes, no, just sit here. We're going to be okay. And so we finish our meal, and Wolfgang's bringing us pizzas that he's made, and he's sitting down, and people are hovering around. Michael Jackson is not saying a word. And then we finish our meal, and we're trying to figure out where to go. And Michael Jackson, only thing he says the whole night, you can come to my house. I got a llama. And I leaned over to Rob and I said, I really have to go home now. You have to take me home. And Liza goes, no, we're going to Sammy's. I figured Sammy's is some after-hour club. Michael Jackson leaves. We go to Sammy Davis Jr.'s house. The evening will not bloody end. Liza's wasted. I'm at Sammy Davis Jr.'s house, and I'm going to end it with the final story. There's more, but this is the pièce de résistance. I'm now separated from my group. He's screening a Soldier Story, and every African-American actor in Hollywood is in the screening room, and people are like wandering about. And I go upstairs to the billiard room, and Sammy's in there making drinks. And I got the courage up, and I walked over and I said, Mr. Davis. Yes, he says. I wish I could imitate him, but I can't. I said, I think you know my grandfather. And he said, oh, really? Who's your grandfather? Because I'm sure he hears stuff like that all the time. And I said, Harry Crane. And he goes, Hesh, what are you drinking? So he makes me a drink. He goes, hey, you want to play pool? And I said, I'm sorry, I'm really bad at it. I don't think so. He said, I have one eye. You'll win. And
I'm going to retire this question. There's not a better story.
The Patrick Labber Show. Patrick Labato.
Oh, man. Another one for JJ there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I'm saying? Mad World. That's, yeah, listen to it. Okay, let's see.
This 18-year-old single mother subdued an intruder with a weapon who illegally entered her home to protect her child. Sarah Markingly just lost her husband on Christmas Day and was alone with her 3-month-old baby. She noticed a group of men wandering around her house, one of whom was holding a big stick. Sarah immediately recognized one of the people who had been following her for some time. She was frightened and called 911 for help. But just as she was talking to the operator, those men began to forcefully pry open her door. Sarah's voice trembled as she asked if she had the right right to use weapons to protect the child. The operator comforted her, saying that she must take all necessary measures to protect her own and the child's lives. After a moment, an intruder entered the house. Sarah panicked and had no choice but to use a weapon. The man died on the spot, and his accomplices immediately fled.
Now this is where it gets weird. I don't think in Florida this would be a problem. You have right to gun states, I guess, that are just completely bonkers. I think this is Indiana. I'm not sure. I missed it. But...
When the police arrived, Sarah was still in shock, holding a baby in one hand and a weapon in the other. After investigation, authorities found that her weapon was not registered and was purchased from the black market. Despite this being a case of self-defense, the judge still sentenced her to 5 years in prison. In your opinion, is it
5 years in prison?
I saved your child's life, and now...
Now, this is not the men's synchronized swimming you're hoping for. This is a different story. You may or may not have heard. I had not heard. I'd heard it on the news. I had not seen the case. This woman is an absolute clown.
I saved your child's life, and now you're suing me? That's ridiculous.
A lifeguard was sent to jail after rescuing a 5-year-old boy from drowning, following a call to the police by the boy's parents. 23-year-old Zachary Stein, a lifeguard at a water park, spotted Adam Katak struggling in the pool. Adam's friends thought he was just holding his breath, but Stein noticed something was wrong. He immediately jumped into the water, pulled the nearly drowned Adam to safety, and performed CPR, successfully saving the child's life. But just as people were cheering him as a hero, Adam's parents arrived at the scene. Instead of thanking Stein, they called the police. Officers showed up and arrested him on charges of harming a minor. They claimed that if Stein had been more attentive, their child might never have been in danger in the first place.
This is the first time a lifeguard has faced criminal charges over a near-fatal drowning incident. He saved a child's life.
In the end, the judge dismissed the boy's parents' accusations and declared the hero not guilty, prompting cheers from the crowd. Do you think Zachary Stein deserves to be punished, or did the police go...
I was hoping Jen would be. I think she must be passed out. We're still alive here. Locked up. Good. Let me refresh this page. Maybe I should call YouTube for support. Oh gosh. Okay. Main Street and Sunset Barn. Stressing the situation. Manhole cover open. That seems to happen quite a bit there. I think Moscow must be a gassy city. Advised that he hit a parked vehicle's mirror. That's about the 5th time I've heard that one. They have tiny little streets over there. Big trucks. Street walk, 2 vehicles. Mr. Wood, leave forward right now. There we go. Get my mouse stick, bro. I have the fresh batteries are right there. You'd think I would just reach over there. Nope. No. Procrastination. There it is. It's here. I just had it. It's the best one of the night. Where'd it go? Skipped right over it. Oh, it's gotta be back there. Hang on, technical difficulties. Well, we're waiting. Let's see. What did that? Welcome to the crowd. Mad world. Here we go. Perfect for our theme this evening.
With Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells
Shall
Fargo,
we?
you can quickly know what you spend on things like food.
It's gonna be a too commercial.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries this month?
Ding
Hey, Dad,
dong,
can the guys
ding
stay for
dong,
dinner?
ding dong, ding
Learn more at
dong.
wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Ooh, Christmas in August. No need for that, Santa. Check. Hey guys, the two trucks with livestock trailers are parked here and they want them gone. Neighbors keeps calling in false reports on the RP. No report. I love Moscow. Come on, guys. You know you want to do. That's a jingle bell. That's a jingle bell ride. Don't read that one, Meg. Lewiston, 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 Lewiston. Wow. Damn. You never know. You never know. Kitchen fire, kitchen fire. Cool, up the pipe. Kaboom! To the propane tank. Welcome to your life. Oh, you don't want to use Merrill Lynch, huh? Alright. This guy's up here drinking a Coke. What the fuck? You don't give a shit. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Man, oh, the freaking bull is stuck. I didn't even know it was
A lot of
running to the
people have
bulls.
no idea how powerful bulls can be, and this video proves it. Breaking down a tree and lifting a car with the horns.
It's better with the music, I think, personally. And all the roads that lead us there are the Matrix. There are many things that I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. I don't know if Norwegian wood is like same thing as morning wood, or is it just, I don't know.
Is unbelievable. This was, of course, in Spain, but
It's totally normal in Spain. Yikes.
I'm not sure if this is real, but I do believe it has the... This was, of course, in Spain, but I have done some research, and it seems not every bull is put down, though it's still highly stressful. The next short clip? Yeah, I don't even know how to begin.
Bro. Oh my god, bro.
Damn, somebody was a bad, bad boy. Doesn't even look like
I'm
most
not
of
sure
those...
if this is real, but I do believe it has the potential to be real. Stuff like this isn't uncommon, but my word, getting out of that unscathed is downright miraculous. Videos like this are always great reminders of how lucky we truly are. For context, it's security camera footage from the Brazilian state of Manaus, captured on the 7th of September 2025.
Holy sh!
At Granger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving.
Oh, you gotta be
We're the
kidding
same
me.
way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional grade products. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger,
He's got good
for the
insurance.
ones who get it done.
This family was putting into their house when some chaos erupted. The woman
That is just, I mean, if that woman had closed the door in a reasonable amount of time for the sake of Pete, holy shenanigans. I absolutely call shenanigans on that. Arcaner. Chicaner. She just thrown them. She like lobbed it all soft at the end. I don't even know if you guys saw the last video. Sorry, I wasn't looking up at the thing. Holy snap it. Dukes of Hazzard. Yeehaw! Hazzard County. Where did he come from? I mean, he barely hit a curve. And he goes flying. That clip is basement worthy. Circle. Get back to your fields, comrades. Let me see if I can pick up the solo. Or not. Fucking shirt hanging from the guitar. That timing might just be off a little bit sometimes. Can't hear it because I got the filter on. I forgot. No, oh god, that baby really had to go. Holy shit. They call that baby gushing buckets. Hey, you met my kid gushing buckets. Epilepsy warning, watch out. Put your glasses on, kids. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Gushing buckets. Whoa. That blank is going on. Anything. What movie you watching there, honey? They're here. Carolyn, are you home? No, leave a message. Shit, dude. This house is clear.
I'm gonna.
Wow. That's a nutty one right there.
Today's bonus video is police body cam footage. Have a look.
Oh, good. More
Your
police
sister
body cam.
saying you did
Just
something
we need
isn't
it.
here, sir. Sir, I gotta follow you. Malik, you gotta stay with me.
Malik, come on. Malik. We talked about
Malik.
this.
Leg, come on, Leg, come on. No,
Come on, buddy. I want to go around
Leg,
too.
you're not even under arrest. Leg.
I don't like the cops. I don't. He jumped out the window.
The subject just jumped out of the window. Oh my goodness. And is running back towards Walling, hopping a fence.
Malik's not even under arrest, and he did all of that. That cop was the most confused person on earth during this encounter. Even the dude behind him was just lost for words. Not kidding, he literally jumped out of the window. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do consider hitting that subscribe button to see more. I hope you have.
Just did a Peter Pan right here off this bridge. Oh Lord! All right, let's get back to some Suzanne B shit. Yeah. He's dodging him.
What do you got?
Oh Lord. Camper. Oh, he's a Chargers fan, I see.
Punta Gorda, Florida.
Oh, that's
October
where
23rd,
Brian Laundrie family lives.
2024. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office has released body cam footage of a fatal deputy-involved shooting that occurred after a prolonged and intense confrontation. Deputies responded to a property dispute involving 42-year-old Elroy Clark and a guest he wanted removed. Clark, who held anti-government sovereign citizen beliefs, had an active warrant for failing to appear on a trespassing charge. When
Sovereign
deputies
citizen.
attempted to arrest
Oh,
him,
yeah, you know
he
those get out
resisted
of
for
control.
nearly 20 minutes.
Property.
What is your name?
It's okay.
What's your name?
Take off. I told you, it's Ben Day.
It's not Ben Day.
It's Ben Gay. How long?
That is
You're
not
Elroy.
That is not me.
Okay.
How are you gonna tell me who I am?
I got proof. I got your picture.
That's proof.
I have your ID.
Bullshit.
I have your ID.
That's bullshit. You got bullshit in your hands, in your
Bro,
your car.
calm down.
You're on my land. You're telling me to calm down?
You got a warrant for your arrest.
I've been here.
Elroy, put your
Do
hands
not
behind
touch me.
Put your hands
Hey,
behind
do
your
not
back.
touch me.
Put your
Hey,
hands behind your back.
hey.
Officers tried to de-escalate
my
the
country.
situation using tasers, pepper spray, and beanbag rounds. But Clark remained combative. Sheriff Bill Prummel described how Clark physically overpowered 3 deputies, tossing them aside with ease. Despite repeated non-lethal
his own
efforts,
country.
Clark ultimately charged at a deputy, who responded by firing 14 shots, fatally striking him.
Taser.
Oh man.
Hey.
Taser.
I gave you everything. Don't touch me.
Stay on the ground.
Do not touch me.
Get on the ground.
This escalated really fast for no reason.
Get on the ground.
Ow. That wasn't enough?
Behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Get a fucking taste, you motherfucker.
All right. He's up. No, face.
No. I fed him. Get off.
Holy shit.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stay down. Stay down.
You're gonna get shot, motherfucker. I'm telling you. You're gonna get fucking shot. Not gonna work. Get on the ground.
So once again, because they couldn't handle him, somebody winds up dead. He didn't have a weapon.
667. Get on the ground.
Shooting an unarmed man.
Get on the ground.
Wow.
Less lethal, less lethal, less lethal. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
It's not even
Get on the
facing him.
ground.
Are you kidding me?
Get on the ground.
Buddy. Oh.
Get on the ground.
Well,
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
at least he died in his own homeland. He can be buried in the traditions
In a
of
press
his own
conference,
country.
Sheriff Prummel called the outcome tragic and emphasized the deputies did everything they could to avoid deadly force. Now, because of his decisions, children are left without a father, he said. A toxicology report is still pending.
Oof. San Diego. They don't play. They shoot
The
first and
chilling
ask
moment
questions
unfolded
later.
on December 1st, 2023, when a 911 call reported a woman hiding in a convenience store bathroom, terrified of her armed boyfriend waiting outside in a silver Nissan Altima with no license plates.
Hey, stop. Code pursuit.
Oh, AMPM. Love AMPM. Whoa, easy. TS
Police responded immediately, unaware they were walking into a life-threatening confrontation. As officers arrived, the suspect jumped out of the car and ran into the store with a gun. Moments later, gunfire erupted between the aisles. One officer was hit multiple times but stayed calm and focused, refusing to give in. Despite his injuries, he pursued and ultimately brought down the suspect.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today. Bend over.
The entire incident happened in seconds, turning a routine call into a deadly encounter.
They always
The
shoot
officer's
from
quick
every
action
direction.
and courage under fire likely prevented a greater tragedy, highlighting the unpredictable and dangerous nature of police work.
He's doing the crip dance.
On March 27, 2024, in Ozone Park, Queens, 19-year-old Wynn Rosario was shot and killed by NYPD officers just
It's a
minutes
nice little
after calling
arrangement they got going there with the bricks. I like that. It's kind of a urban tradition or urban reference from Frank Lloyd Wright. I think we like to keep the integrity of the original foundation.
was shot and killed by NYPD officers just
They might
minutes
have had that at Home Goods. I wonder if they had that at Home Goods.
after calling 911 for help during a mental health crisis. Body camera footage released by Attorney General Letitia James shows Rosario's mother and brother begging officers not to shoot. But within 3 minutes of their arrival, officers Matthew Cianfrocco and Salvatore Alonghi had tased and fatally shot him in the kitchen.
Jeez. We don't get a lot of New York action, right? Well, yeah. It's this guy.
Yo.
Hey, let me introduce you to the killer. There he is.
Let him go. Let go of him and back up. Let go of him. Nick! Please don't shoot my mother.
No, he's giving him no choice.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Now. Now. Get the fuck out of the way. Get out of the way.
And he grabs the knife. Smart. That's the one Hunter Johnson left behind.
Police officials, including Chief of Patrol John Chell, claimed Rosario posed a threat by grabbing scissors and moving toward the officers. The video confirms he picked up a pair of
he should have watched my show, How to Run with Scissors.
But also shows how quickly the situation escalated, raising serious concerns about the officers' decision-making and their handling of a person in distress.
Oh no, that's so tragic.
No! Satchel, get in the car!
Oh no. Right in front of his mother. Man, oh jeez.
Let go of him and back up! Let go! Get out of the way! Now! Now! Get away from him!
Clearwater Toyota,
Wow.
the clear choice for an honest car buying experience. Now with limited time offers with no markups, no.
And just a $1 billion contract.
Get down! Get down! Get! Get down now! Get out of the way!
Oh my
Get
gosh.
out of the way! Get out of the way!
There was no point they could have subdued his ass there. I mean, his mother is holding him back, for God's sake.
Rosario's family has since demanded accountability, calling for the officers to be fired and prosecuted for murder. In a public statement, they said the video was deeply traumatic but necessary, describing the shooting as a cold-blooded killing. The police created a crisis and murdered him without care for him or us.
Oh my gosh.
We miss him every day.
Double up on New York. Dumpster fire.
Rochester,
It's a garbage can.
On the evening of July
sharpshooter.
31st, 2025, police received multiple 911
Hold on, I just want to notice that Jage and Lucy Morningstar disappeared at the same time. Just
calls about a suspicious man wearing red clothing wandering around Ernestine and Milton streets. He had been seen trying to enter an occupied vehicle and sitting on the hood of a car.
He's repping
At
the
approximately
colors.
7:36 p.m., officers responded and located the man, identified as 38-year-old Akintunde Campbell.
You got better
near
things
33
than
Ernestine
breaking into
Street.
cars at 38 years old, man. Come on.
When officers attempted to stop Campbell, one officer grabbed him physically, but Campbell knocked the officer to the ground and continued walking away.
What's your on your head? What's your on your head?
Put it down!
Put it down now!
Put it down!
Put it down now!
Holy 7 shots.
223 shots fired.
Put the gun down!
Put the gun down now!
23,
you're on God.
Shots fired. Male down with a gun. We're at 33.
In a jogging suit. Yeah, I was jogging. He ain't moving. Now somebody's gonna come steal those Jordans.
On the east side now.
He's at this chest. Get.
Where's the blood? So they got him in the leg and the back.
As officers tried to engage in a conversation, Campbell suddenly turned back toward them, reached into his hoodie, and pulled out a handgun. Despite repeated commands to drop the weapon, one caller reported a violent domestic disturbance. The suspect, Ralph Piccarello III, was allegedly throwing items at a family member and had threatened both himself and others with a knife.
Chicken was dry. That would not be tolerated.
Now I'm in complete withdrawal and maybe missed my program this morning, so I'm trying to go get a bottle of methadone so I can do well.
You're trying to get to your... Do you have an appointment or something?
I was supposed to be there by 9 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Stand your ground rule here.
I missed my program because I was in the hospital. Now I'm asking them to be family and fucking help me after they fucked me last night.
What's your first name? Ralph? R-A-U...
That's a lot of mine. You're a real piece of shit.
What's your middle name?
Can we go, please? I really just want to go to the program. Can we please go? I don't got time for this. I'm ill. I'm not doing none of this.
Let me grab your name real quick.
Upon entering the home, officers attempted to speak with Picarello, but the situation quickly escalated. He grabbed a knife and a carving fork and refused to drop them despite repeated commands.
Sir, put the knife down!
Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
Come on. Just a knife.
Drop the knife!
That's not a knife.
Drop the knife! Ma'am! Ma'am, get back! Ma'am! Start! Get back here! Get back here! Okay, Christy. Ma'am, get downstairs! Ma'am! Go downstairs!
Well, unfortunately, we don't have to go that.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Sir, put the knife down! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
Drop the knife! Ma'am!
Ma'am, drop the knife!
Get back here! Get back here! Hey, you got roll in.
Well, I don't have gloves. Roll them onto the stomach.
Oh.
When Picarello suddenly advanced toward the officers, one deployed a taser while officers D. Manning and L. Pellegrino opened fire, striking him. Officers rendered aid until EMS arrived, but Picarello was pronounced dead at the scene.
Oh, yeah.
No one else was injured.
That's no bueno. Yeah.
What do you got?
Riverside County, California.
That is back
On the afternoon of November 12th, 2022, a deputy with the Cabazon Sheriff's Station stopped a man riding a bicycle on the wrong side of Carmen Avenue. The cyclist, 38-year-old Wallace Kenneth Scott, was known to have an active felony warrant for violating parole.
Oh, that makes it okay.
Don't touch it.
Kickstand
all right, all right.
Antichrist.
Just put it down.
Call off.
Put it down.
Right?
Don't touch your weapon. Keep your hands out of your pockets. Keep your hands.
Keep
your hands out of your pockets.
Shoot me then.
Turn around.
Shoot me, mother. Call your office, because I'm the Antichrist. You guys keep harassing me.
I got
I'm the Antichrist.
I just come up here to get peace.
No, put bike down.
All right, mother. What's up, G? What's up, G? Huh? What's up?
What do you got?
Scott was uncooperative and tried to flee on his bike. As the deputy attempted to detain him, Scott pulled a large knife from his pocket, prompting a deputy-involved shooting. He was struck and fell to the ground.
Oh, man.
The deputy immediately rendered aid and called for medical assistance. Paramedics arrived shortly after, but pronounced Scott dead at the scene.
Damn. Yeah. Hey, that's
Manchester, UK, July 26, 2022. A routine traffic stop turned into a nightmare when Sergeant Tim Ansell was suddenly stabbed in the neck by a stranger unaffiliated with the crash.
Damn, a lot of
Caught
night
on body
crimes
cam,
over there in
the shocking footage shows the officer, dazed and gasping for air, asking a colleague to treat his wound. Despite immediate medical aid from an on-scene ambulance, the situation was dire.
Caesar!
Yeah, tasers are just as ineffective in the UK as it is over here.
6031, officer stabbed.
That's weird. They have that carbon fiber. Is that the reflector?
Put some on my neck here. I'm stabbed in the neck here.
You're fine. Stay there. Stay there. Ambulance. You're okay.
Yeah, that's boring, just like everything else from the UK.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's take a little break from this one. It'll be kind of shitty as you go further in. I have one more thing to read here somewhere. Oh yeah. What did I? You know what I did? We gotta switch over. Hang on. 1 second, sec here. Excuse me. And then let's take a little sneak peek at the Muse that I've got for Monday. This is it. So I guess we had a mass shooting here in Tampa I didn't know about. And so I'll pull one article out of the Largo and out of the Moscow. With this one, I was like, well, I might as well just go the full Monty on it. So you guys may or may not have heard of this apartment shooting here. One person dead, 17-year-old, 5 hurt, popped off. And then on top of it, we had a man stabbed multiple times near Burger King in St. Petersburg, which is reason enough that I stay out of St. Petersburg for the deliveries. This is an interesting story here. And this is very close to where I used to live, over there in Safety Harbor, Clearwater. And these apartments. And this kid, 25 years, wow. That's amazing. Just vanished. I guess just walked out of the apartment for a minute. And the parents went looking for him, and they never found him. Just a wild story. I might read that on the Purge. St. Pete father shot and killed with the toddler in the car. I guess another road rage. Solar company solicitor threatened to be shot in the head. And then you have Grady Judd. Once again here. Let's see what he has to say, guys. What an ugly woman.
Dan Newland got me a check
She's
for
a Rolex.
$500,000. Thank you, Dan.
Did you say a Rolex
Involved
on?
in a car accident? Call me now.
Rolex ugly.
813-888-8000.
Soon be able to freely open carry their weapons. Florida's open carry ban is now deemed unconstitutional due to a recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling. But as News Channel 8's Mackenzie Laporte explains, there may be some restrictions you still need to know about.
Well, the state is now one step closer to allowing gun owners to openly carry. Local sheriffs highlight key constraints citizens need to know before this change goes into effect. A Florida appeals court declared a state law banning the open carrying of firearms unconstitutional, saying the law conflicts with the Second Amendment right to bear arms. And while Florida officials continue to celebrate this move as a win, local sheriffs say, as of now, the open carry of guns is still unlawful.
We love our Second Amendment, but it does come with some restrictions of when and where and how.
Some of these restrictions include prohibiting carrying in government buildings like courthouses, schools, polling places, and some private businesses and residences.
If you go to a private business or to someone's residence and you're asked not to carry the firearm, you have to leave with it. If you stay there, then you're committing armed trespass, which is a felony.
Along with Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd speaking out on the matter today, the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office shared a statement saying the decision is not yet in effect until September 25th and is currently working with Florida's Attorney General to determine the ruling's scope before publishing guidance to the public.
And I stand with the governor on this. Our 2A rights have to be codified. We're going to continue to fight for those. Then we should be an open carry state.
The governor and his team continue to demand Florida lawmakers to take up this issue next session.
It's a pretty slippery slope on that one, isn't it? The laws. Florida laws, especially, they just want a blanket law everything, and it just doesn't work. You have to have specifics. Local affordable housing unit costs top $350,000. Who would have thought? Not long ago. I don't know what they go for now, but you could buy a house up there in Pasco County with a pool. Around the housing crisis 2008 for $28,000 a house, real block house. You might have to do a lot of work to it, but you get into a house, 28,000. A lot of people did. A lot of people are renting them out. Dog leash laws in Pinellas County, a clear guide to local rules and penalties. Running against evil forces. They found this guy's friend. Coast Guard suspends search for missing boater off Anclote Key. Apparently, that Anclote Key is a deadly one. And then here's that Baycare Sound amphitheater right there in the heart of Scientology. This thing is, I don't know. It's an outdoor venue with no shade in Florida, except for the bands. So they can have evening shows, I guess. It's not working. They spent $350 million on that. Fatal shooting. So they've identified the kid, but have they caught him? Does anybody that's left out there? I'm gonna shut it down in a minute here, guys. I gotta get up early-ish and get with Brockford, try to get this card thing figured out. This is an ongoing nightmare that we have because they've overdeveloped the beaches there in St. Petersburg where there's natural erosion. And so what they're constantly doing, and they guise it under beach renourishment. And to keep from these $1 million condos from getting washed out to sea, they have to keep replenishing the sand. And ironically enough, this is called Upham Beach where they do it. And it happens to be a surf break. Some of the best waves I've ever gotten in my life were not here, but just north on the other side of the jetty. There's like a little pass that boats can go through to get to the intercoastal. And then you have Madeira Beach starts right here. Well, you can only get to this break if you walk 2 miles, 5 miles, whatever it is. Or like I did when I surfed there, know somebody that owns a condo right by this. There's a jetty right here. And so, and the wave breaks left, it breaks right here perfectly. And it was the best waves I ever got. That's when that douchebag that has a channel on YouTube also, Jughead or something, tried to steal my camera, and he turned it off. And I never got the recording of me surfing. I was pissed. Anyway, so that's Madeira Beach. Anyway, yeah, so, let's do one more. Let's see if there's any news. Let's look in. I wanted to look in on somebody tonight. Not who it was. It's like I outlasted everybody. Let's hear a song while I look.
How long before I see results with Tai Chi? Day 3, you'll feel your energy. Day 7, your eyes will change. Day
Somehow they found out I talked about Aruba. Yes. this still stands out to me, and I don't know if you guys remember me discussing it. I know Twiz and I talked about it back and forth, but the guy literally walked out of this India Airlines plane crash as everyone else burned up and the plane crashed into a building at 200 miles an hour. The guy literally walked out the emergency exit onto land and walked with only a scratch on his face. And I called it the first miracle of because I think that there is going to be, I think according to the Bible, I was talking to a priest about it, and I got him freaked out. I got him freaked out about Idaho 4. I got him freaked out about the miracles. I'm like, this was the first one right here. Where the guy literally walked away from this plane crash with just all 200 people on board died, except for him. Tell me how that happened. It was a plane full of jet fuel. It was a Dreamliner, the one that's replacing the 747, the 787. And it's apparently one of the pilots, the co-pilot, I think, turned off the fuel, like cut the fuel supply. Believe it or not. I wasn't expecting milk on that. Look at this. Walked away from the crash, one man. I mean, it's a tragedy, but also there he is. An absolute miracle within a tragedy. There's just no reasonable, and there's a video of him walking out of it if you don't remember seeing that. I didn't realize that David Cassidy and Sean Cassidy were brothers. I didn't even know there was a David Cassidy. I don't remember that time. Does anybody remember? Sean Cassidy was obviously the one on the Partridge Family there.
This shocking video was recorded by people on board a bus in Mexico City when they noticed something a bit strange. They had no idea the horror that was about to follow mere moments later.
Whoa, what the fleck? Holy smokes. No way, bro. Is that like propane or some shit? No way, man. Bro. Somebody's
These
roasting
were
in
multiple
there.
angles of a gas pipe that had a leak and eventually exploded. The place it did couldn't be much worse in my opinion, with vehicles and people present in extremely close proximity. As a result, at least 57 people have been injured, and as of the making of this video,
don't worry about the Mexican jail. Just
that
worry
will
about
likely
your
change.
safety in general. Holy shit.
This is dashcam footage from Chiang Mai Road, Thailand, and all I can say is that it's one of the most bizarre and unexpected things I've seen in a while.
Videos.
It has very little to do with the dashcam car itself.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's a win. One person passed away. Okay. Holy shipwreck! I'm gonna have to remove that whole video too.
A pickup truck was allegedly speeding, and the guy ended up losing control and crashing into an electricity pole. The impact was severe enough to actually cause pretty serious injuries to him, but his passenger unfortunately passed away on the spot. It also toppled a total of 52 electricity poles, even causing a house to catch on fire as a result. Quite a messy and unfortunate situation.
Dude.
Question for you. Have you ever wondered if something can be both bizarre and scary? Stay with me now.
Sorry, it looks bizarre. What is that, I wonder? What are you doing? Yeah. Are those monkeys? The guy just bails on him. Damn, slammed him into the wall. Look at these monkeys, dude.
The security camera in the Indian city of Taliwara showed a man innocently reading a billboard, and then another man walking by. Nothing crazy. Then a dude with a scooter came, and suddenly the man walking got attacked by a monkey. Very, very bizarre, which became even more...
One thing you don't have to worry about in the United States, usually, there are a few monkeys that live here, the green monkeys, I told you about them.
Bizarre after the dude decided to hang on to the scooter, which dragged him away from the monkey. I have never seen anything like it in my life.
That's wild. You got monkeys clawing on your power lines. The power's out, honey.
The big three of crazy police chases are Georgia State Patrol, Arkansas
monkeys.
Highway Police, and Florida Highway Patrol. This one is from Florida, and I assure you, it is very crazy indeed.
Yeah. The street monkeys, they're all ganged up and shit. Oh, road rage. What? Holy shit! Tires flying everywhere? Are you fucking kidding me? Bro was not playing. Brought to you by Cooper Tires. Like, what the fuck? Bro wasn't worried about his deductible, I guess.
On July 8th, 2025, a Florida man in a Chevy Silverado was caught speeding at almost 100 miles an hour and also weaving through traffic. As a result, he was chased by the authorities, and while that was ongoing, he somehow managed to pit a patrol cruiser. A few moments later, an unmarked Charger successfully pitted the dude.
That's the last thing you want to do in Florida
is
is fuck with a state trooper, I'm telling you.
Car.
Although I question their hiring practices, as well as
Videos from Afghanistan have now become a rarity, and I think you probably know why. There was an earthquake recently in the Hindu Kush region that took thousands of lives, yet it was...
Has anybody contributed to the Al-Qaeda GoFundMe for the earthquake yet? I mean, I do feel bad for the people there, but... Al-Qaeda needs help?
barely reported on because hardly any videos surfaced. This is also from Afghanistan.
Oh shit, I got a soda in the freezer.
A military Mi-17 helicopter that was allegedly carrying a minister, provincial governor, and other officials crashed after it struck a mountain. The reason was a technical fault, but no further information was given, sadly.
Whoa.
Now, as it had just begun taking off, everyone on board reportedly survived.
Damn. Lucky. Lucky ducky.
Deliberate. done consciously and intentionally. You might be asking why I gave you the definition of this word, but it's very important for this clip.
Jimmy Bobby, I'm fired, but you guys are all over. Man, it's power pole night tonight here at the Not the Purge. Okay, power pole.
I really can't understand why he did that, or what might have even preceded this. It's bizarre. Plus, that dude took out a light pole, and that could have been horrific had it fallen on his car. What I found particularly strange was that once the camera turned back onto the road, the cars in front had completely vanished.
Wow.
Hikamarka is a very remote village.
That's the one that
middle of
scares me,
Peru.
is that the people that do sick, crazy shit to you on the road just disappear and get away. And then they act like they don't have cameras every 500 feet. You know? Oh, we don't know.
It's so remote that it barely comes up on Google. But somehow, I came across this video from the village, and it shows two people about to board a tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuk. Oh, don't get on that one. Tuk-tuk, bye-bye.
They were just about to board the tuk-tuk when a car came and smashed into it. I really thought the driver was toast, but he was actually outside at the time of the crash and managed to get away. Insanely close call though, and it kinda goes to show how dangerous these tuk-tuks can be if they're crashed into. Siachen Base Camp is an army installation that belongs to the Indian military. It's located in the eastern Karakoram range of the Himalayas in Kashmir. And yes, this is the first frame, which gives a glimpse of what's happening.
Oh, let the sun beat down upon the face. Bad Suzanne B. Wow.
An avalanche occurred and struck the Siachen base camp, resulting in 3 soldiers passing away. That is all of the information on casualties and fatalities thus far, but again, it's likely to change over the coming days. This was at an altitude of 12,000 feet or 3,600 meters, and rescue operations were ongoing as of the last update.
Bonus video.
Alright, for today's bonus, here's a video from Turkey that shows a few dudes just hanging out, but one guy is about to ruin that unintentionally.
That's pretty good. Alright, kiddos. I am going to shut down there. 3:30-ish. I appreciate everybody being here, and I hope you have a great morning or night or day or whatever it is. Thank you for being here. We'll do one more. What's today? Friday? Probably tomorrow. Another one. We'll try to mix it up a little bit tomorrow. Try to do something different. And see how it goes from there. Will you joking me? Alright guys, I don't get this. I don't know why. But yeah, no, I appreciate all the humor tonight. It's been real. Definitely got some good ones tonight. Drink 'em pretty. Drink 'em pretty, baby. Alright, kids. Thank you. I love having you here.